Hi, Khou.
Kirsten. All righty. So Kirsten, you beat me to the punch to our advising session.
Yeah, I always have the Canvas page pulled up so I can just quickly switch links if I need to.
Perfect. All righty. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. So nice to see your faces. We have more students coming in, so go ahead and let's see. Good morning, everyone. Okay. We have some more folks coming in on. Let's see, is Vanessa here with us? Vanessa?
Yes, I'm right here.
Oh, yes. Oh, there you are. You're right next to me. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Similar to what we yesterday, if you can please turn on your video camera so that we can see each other, build rapport. And if you're not able to turn your video on, please go ahead and just private message me, okay? To let me know. This morning, today, our focus for today is focused on college student success. What does it mean to be a successful college student? What are some strategies, some tips and tricks to help you prepare for your college career, particularly for your fall semester as you get started, and also particularly in this remote learning environment, right? Before we begin, I've asked Vanessa and Kirsten to share, to do an icebreaker so that we can get to know each other a little bit more. And then later on today, we have a guest presenter, a special guest, who is our Senior Director, Dr. Gerald Jones, who will be joining us to talk about college student success with us, all right? And so I will hand it off to Vanessa and Kirsten.
Hi, Vanessa, did you want me to explain it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Okay, so we're going to be doing an icebreaker and we're combining two ideas that both Khou and then Vanessa and I had. So it's going to be a name game, sort of. So you would say, so the theme is we're going on a picnic and you have to bring an item that starts with the first letter of your name. So I would say, hi, my name is Kirsten and I'm gonna bring kale. So then anyone can speak next. Say Vanessa wants to go next. She would then have to say what my name is and my food, plus her name and her food. So I'm Kirsten and I'm bringing kale. Vanessa would say, hi, my name is Vanessa and I'm bringing Velcro. I don't know, that's the first word that came to my head. And then so forth, Kate would say Kirsten, Vanessa, and hers. So by the end of it, the last person speaking will have to say every single person's name and the item that they are bringing. Does that make sense to everyone? If I can get a thumbs up in the reactions. Thank you so much. Okay, so since I'm unmuted, I'll go first, and then anyone can just unmute themselves after and go. So, hi, my name is Kirsten, and I'm bringing kale.
Hi, my name's Celine. First I should say yours. Kirsten is bringing kale, and my name is Celine, and I'm going to be bringing cupcakes.
My name is Cynthia, and I'm going to bring cheese. Right? Is it like that?
My name's Kalani, and I'm going to be bringing kiwi. Kirsten is going to be bringing kale. Selena's gonna be bringing cupcakes, and Cynthia's gonna be bringing cheese.
I'm gonna go because I have bad memory. So I'm Vanessa, and I'm bringing. There's not much things with V. With vinegar, okay. Kirsten is bringing kale. Sorry, I have my notes. Celine's bringing cupcakes. Cynthia's bringing cheese, and Kalani's bringing kiwi.
Hi, my name's Carla, and I'm gonna bring ketchup. Kristen is bringing kale. Celine is bringing cupcakes. Cynthia's bringing cheese. Kalani's bringing kiwi, and Vanessa's bringing vinegar.
Hi, my name is Tian. I will bring tea. Kristen's gonna bring kale. Cynthia's gonna bring cupcakes. Celine's gonna bring cheese. Vanessa's gonna bring vinegar, and Carla's gonna bring. Ooh, I forgot that one.
He's bringing ketchup.
Oh yeah, ketchup.
Hi, my name's Tucker. I'm bringing turkey. Kirsten's bringing kale. Celine's bringing cupcakes. Cynthia's bringing cheese. Kalani is bringing kiwi. Vanessa is bringing vinegar, and Carla is bringing ketchup.
And then Tucker, what about Tian?
Yeah, and then Tian's bringing tea.
Hi, my name's Dylan. I'm bringing dinosaurs. Tucker's bringing turkey. Tian's bringing tea. Cynthia's bringing cupcakes. No, I forgot.
Cheese.
Wait, what was that?
I'm bringing cheese.
I can't hear you. I don't know if it's my computer.
She's bringing cheese.
Oh, cheese.
Yeah.
Then Carla's bringing ketchup. Kalani is bringing kiwi. Vanessa vinegar. And the first one, forgot. Oh, Kirsten's bringing kale. And am I missing anyone else? Celine. I should have gone first. I forgot. Honestly, I forgot.
Cupcakes.
Cupcakes. Was that it? Yeah, huh?
Hi, my name's Jose, and I'm bringing jelly beans. Kristen is bringing kale. Celine is bringing cupcakes. Cynthia is bringing cheese. Kalani is bringing kiwi. Vanessa is bringing vinegar. Carla's bringing ketchup. Tucker's bringing turkey. Tien's bringing, and I think that's it. Oh, and Dylan's bringing dinosaurs.
Okay, I guess it's my turn. My name's Benny, and I'm gonna be bringing beef. And let's see. From the top, Kirsten is gonna be bringing kale. Celine's gonna be bringing cupcakes. Cynthia's gonna be bringing cheese. Vanessa's gonna be bringing vinegar. Kalani's gonna be bringing kiwi. Carla's gonna be bringing ketchup. Tian's gonna be bringing tea. Tucker's gonna be bringing turkey. Dylan's gonna be bringing dinosaurs. And Jose's gonna be bringing jelly beans.
My name is Joanna, and I will be bringing cookies. Kirsten will bring kale. Celine will bring cupcakes. Kalani will bring kiwi. Carla would bring ketchup, and Cynthia cheese. Vanessa will bring vinegar, and Dylan will bring dinosaurs. Tien will bring tea. Tucker will bring turkey. Benny will bring beef, and Jose will be bringing jelly beans. I don't know if I'm missing anybody.
I think you got it, Joanna. And then you said that you're bringing cookies. Okay, maybe I would just say jookies. Because you're supposed to bring something that starts with the first letter of your name.
Okay, yeah, jookies.
Hi, my name's Andra, and I'll be bringing salmon. Kristen is bringing kale. Selena is bringing cupcakes. Kaylani is bringing kiwi. Cynthia is bringing cheese. Vanessa's bringing vinegar. Carla's bringing ketchup. Tien's bringing tea. Tucker's bringing turkey. Dylan's bringing dinosaurs. Jose is bringing jelly bean, and Benito's bringing beef. And Joanna is bringing cookies. I don't know if I missed one. Is that everyone?
I think you got it, Sandra. That's amazing. Popcorn, someone else.
Wendy?
My name is Wendy, and I'm bringing water. And Kirsten's bringing kale. Celine is bringing cupcakes. Cynthia is bringing cheese. And Kalani's bringing kiwi. Vanessa's bringing vinegar. Carla's bringing ketchup. Tien is bringing tea. Tucker's bringing turkey. Dylan's bringing dinosaurs. Jose's bringing jelly beans. Benito's bringing beef. Joanna's bringing cookies, and Sandra's bringing salmon. Is that it? No. Oh, do I popcorn else to someone else?
popcorn or whoever hasn't gone yet. And just to let you all know, Alana cannot hear, so I've asked Alana to put into the group chat what Alana will bring.
So, I'll popcorn to Kate.
Hi, my name is Kate, and I'll be bringing a kite. Kristen's bringing kale. Celine is bringing cupcakes. Cynthia's bringing cheese. Kalani's bringing kiwi. Carla's bringing ketchup. Tian's bringing tea. Tucker's bringing turkey. Joanna's bringing Jukies. Dylan's bringing dinosaurs. Jose's bringing jelly beans. Benito's bringing beef. Wendy's bringing water. Alana's bringing apples. Johnny's bringing what am I missing? Sandra? Sandra's bringing salmon. Is that it?
I think you got everyone. Kate.
Okay. Popcorn Johnny.
My name is Johnny, and I'm going to be bringing Jolly Ranchers. And Tucker's bringing turkey. Vanessa's bringing vinegar. Jose is bringing I don't know, jam. Can't really remember. Jelly beans. Celine's bringing I know Dylan said dinosaurs. Celine's bringing cupcakes. Carla bringing ketchup. Esmeralda's bringing kind of hard. Yeah, I kind of don't know from here. Oh, just kidding. She hasn't gone yet. Kalani is bringing kiwi. Kate is bringing kite. Is that everybody? I'm not really sure who hasn't gone, who has now.
You can give a thumbs up if Johnny got everyone. Did Johnny get everyone? Yep. Tien says yes.
Nice.
Perfect. And we did have a couple students put into the chat who aren't able to say it out loud here. They did put, so Giselle put on here, and Ivana also put Ivana's bringing apples, and I don't, let me see, what did Giselle say? Where's Giselle? Oh, Giselle's bringing guava. Okay. Johnny, do you want to popcorn someone who hasn't gone yet?
Popcorn, Esmeralda.
Hi. All right, I wrote all these down because I can't remember. That's a lot of names, a lot of food. So Kirsten is bringing kale, Carla's bringing ketchup, Vanessa's bringing vinegar, Celine's got cupcakes, Tien got the tea. Jose is bringing jelly beans, Cynthia is bringing cheese, Kalani is bringing kiwi, Giselle's bringing guava, Tucker is bringing turkey, Dylan got the dinosaurs, Benita got the beef, Joanna got the jerkies, Sandra got salmon, Wendy water, Kate, she's bringing a kite, Ivana apples, and Johnny Jolly Ranchers. And I'm gonna bring extravagance. No, I'm kidding, eggs.
Nice. Thanks, Esmeralda. Has everyone gone? Salma, have you gone, Salma?
No.
Oh, okay. This is testing your knowledge, Salma. I was like, I haven't heard from Salma.
Esmeralda's bringing eggs. Ivana, I'm not sure. Benita's bringing beef. Selena's bringing cupcakes. Cynthia's bringing cheese. Dylan is bringing dinosaurs. Gianluca, I'm not sure. Giselle's bringing guava. Joanna's bringing Junkies. Johnny's bringing Jolly Ranchers. Kaylani's bringing kale. Tin is bringing tea, and Tucker's bringing turkey, and Vanessa's bringing vinegar, and I'm not sure about anybody else. Oh, and I'm bringing salad.
Yay, thank you. I will test my knowledge. I don't know if I will get all of this, but I'll try. So Kirsten is, I'm Khou, and I'm bringing, ooh, that's hard with a K. A kaleidoscope. I know I was supposed to bring food, but I can't. Kiwi is my usual go-to. I'm bringing a kaleidoscope. Kirsten is bringing kale. Selena is bringing cupcakes. Cynthia is bringing cheese. Kalani is bringing kiwi. Tian is bringing tea. Tucker is bringing turkey. Dylan is bringing dinosaurs. Jose is bringing jelly beans. Kate is bringing a kite. Joanna is bringing jookies. If you don't know what that is, Gerald, it is cookies, but since Joanna's name starts with a J, we said jookies. Wendy is bringing water. Gianluca is bringing ginger. Ivana is bringing apples. Giselle is bringing, what's Giselle bringing? What did Giselle say? Guava, thank you. Thank you for the help, Dylan. Salma's bringing salad. Benny's bringing beef. Sandra's bringing salmon. Esmeralda is bringing extravagant eggs. Vanessa's bringing vinegar. Carla, I forgot what you're bringing. Ketchup, ketchup, thank you. And Johnny, my mind is drawn to blank. Somebody help me with Johnny, please.
Jolly Ranchers.
Oh, Jolly Ranchers. Okay, thank you. Did I get everyone? Did I miss anyone? And the reactions, can you do either a thumbs up or a clap to let me know if I missed, did I got everyone, please? Yeah, okay, thank you, perfect. All righty. Well, Dr. Jones, would you like to give it a try? Well, thank you so much, Kirsten and Vanessa and everyone for participating. That was fun. You know, like what I put into our chat, once we're able to meet in person, let's remember what we're bringing. And once it's safe to do so, I would love to have a picnic and get together with you all. All righty, well, go ahead and pass the mic over to Dr. Gerald Jones, who is here this morning. And like I was saying earlier, Dr. Gerald Jones is going to talk about some tips, tricks for college student success. And I'll give the floor to Dr. Jones. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Jones.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for inviting me. And you said I'm giving tips, tricks, and what else?
Your college student success.
My college student success.
Your no excuses, just solutions.
My no excuses, just solutions. So, students, first of all, I want you to know that I'm very transparent, and I just keep it real. So, the things that I'm going to share with you, or the advice that I'm going to give you, is the exact same advice that I give to my own children. And so, if I'm giving it to my children, then I'm giving it to you. Right? And so the first thing I'll say to you is that, first of all, congratulations again. I mean, this certainly is not the way any of us have expected, or you've expected to start off your college career. But you know what? Listen, was it easy for any of you to get to this point of your life? Who had it easy? Who just kind of skated through and just arrived at Sonoma State University? None of you. So this is just another challenge that's in front of you. It's another challenge. But it's nothing that you haven't already experienced in your life, right? Some of you are still at this very moment wondering if you can do this, if it's just easier for you to go to the junior college. And you will hear a lot of people say that. Do that, it's cheaper. Why are you gonna go to Sonoma State University and do online when you can go to the junior college? The thing that they don't tell our students, and when I say our students, it's historically low income, it's underrepresented, it's underserved. The chances of you starting off at a junior college and transferring to a 4-year university goes way down. It goes way down. The chances of you starting at a 4-year university and graduating greatly increases. But more importantly, you worked your asses off to get to a 4-year school. You did everything that the university system, 4-year schools, whether it's private, whether it's CSU, whether it's UCs, you jump through all the different hurdles that they put in front of you. SATs, ACTs, AP courses, taking extra classes at the junior college, volunteer activities, community service, writing personal statements, hunting for scholarships. All those different hurdles that they put in front of you, you did it. You did it. So you do a disservice to yourself to say, I got into a 4-year college, but let me go back to a 2-year college so that I can transfer back to a 4-year college, right? So keep that at the forefront of your mind, right? Here's why a 4-year degree is so important. 3 reasons, right? And listen, don't get caught up in, many of you are 17, 18, maybe 19 years old. Don't get caught up in trying to think that you have to know exactly what you want to do. That I have to go into this major, that I have to do this. No, the only thing that you have to do is do well academically. Don't pick a major because your parents want you to be this or be that. Don't pick a major because you think that it's going to earn you a lot of money. Pick a major that you're passionate about. And if you don't know what you're passionate about, it's okay to be undeclared. Let this journey dictate what you do. Don't you try to dictate the journey. And what I mean by that, your first 2 years, you're going to take a lot of general ed classes, right? You're going to get exposed to so many different ideas, so many different philosophies, so many different career paths or choices. That's where you will begin to kind of figure out what it is that you want to do. When I started college, I started as a psychology major. I hated psychology. So I changed and I went into nursing. I hate science. I finally settled in English, which is something that I absolutely loved. Reading, writing, and analyzing. I had no idea what job that was going to lead to. And at that point, I didn't care. I just knew that that's what I like to do. In fact, I love to do it. And so I said, I'm going to do the best job that I can as an English major, and I'll figure out a career path after that. Guess what? I use English every single day in my job, whether it's writing grants, writing a persuasive essay, writing an argumentative essay, why they should give Sonoma State money for us to be able to serve students, right? Whether it's written discourse, oral discourse, whether it's analyzing different problems that come before me. I use my degree every single day. And you'll do the same thing. You'll go through like, why am I taking this class? Why am I not taking that? It all comes together at the end and you're like, oh, wait, this is why that issue is going on in society. We talked about that. And you start to make the connections in a way that you would not have been able to do without this type of collaborative education that you receive in higher ed, okay? So, as I said earlier, the three main reasons why you want to get your degree, right, is number one, the accomplishment. It's the accomplishment. You know, when I got my BA degree, it took me 10 years to get it. 10 years, academically disqualified, battling homelessness, a teen parent. And so when that diploma came, when I finally got it 10 years later, when that diploma got mailed to me and I got it home, I looked at it, right? I put it back in the envelope. I ran down to Aaron Brothers. I got it framed. I got it double matted. When they called me and told me to come pick it up, went and got it. When I got it home, I hung it up over my couch. It's crooked. Let me tilt it back up. Got it right. Took a step back, and I cried like a baby. I cried like a baby because it represented everything, every challenge. And I'm not talking about just in high school. I'm talking about every challenge that I had to overcome since I entered into the school system. Whether it was being stereotyped because I was Black, whether it was teachers trying to track me into different tracks because of the color of my skin, whether it was not having enough food to eat, having our PG&E cut off, all those different challenges, being a teen parent, being academically disqualified from Solano Community College and then Napa Valley College, and fighting like hell to make it to the four-year school. That diploma, that BA degree represented everything that I had to go through and symbolized the perseverance that I demonstrated in order to earn that. But then guess what? Number two is it gave me the confidence to know that I could go higher. It gave me the confidence, well, if I got this bachelor's degree and everybody else said that I wasn't smart enough to earn it, but I did earn it, well, just maybe I can go get my master's degree. What? Just maybe I can go get my law degree. Wow, what? The little Black boy from Vallejo, California? Third, it signals to employers that you're ready for the job market. Because you have to understand this. Higher education was not designed for people of color. It wasn't designed for people of color. And so if you look at all these different roadblocks that I talked about earlier and how you had to just arrive at the college gate, the SAT, the ACT, inherently biased exams, which are designed to keep people of color out of higher education, right? And then you get into higher education and all the different challenges and hurdles that you need to jump over to be able to just get your four-year degree, right? So it signals to employers, and you'll notice BA required. You'll see that in every single job, BA required, because that signals to them, wow, they jumped it, they made it. Welcome to the club. We know what you endured to get here, right? So that's why getting your college degree is so important, right? It will allow you to take advantage of opportunities that your parents have worked hard for you to be able to get. But now, how do you realize this dream, right? How do you ensure that in 4 years you walk across that stage with your diploma? Number one, have a goal. What is your goal? And I'm not just talking about your goal to get your diploma, but from semester to semester, are you goal planning? I want to get a 4.0. I want to get a 3.75, right? But along with that goal, you have to have a plan. Because a goal without a plan is nothing but a pipe dream. So your plan is where you thoughtfully think about and write down the steps that you're going to take to accomplish that goal. That's what Summer Bridge is about. That's what you should be doing now. Right? You will all be motivated to do very well when you start your fall semester. There's going to be this energy amongst you that's like, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to blow this up. That first week, you're going to do very well. You're going to be reading all your material, doing this, doing that. Second week, that motivation starts to dip a little bit. Third week, I don't want to go to this class. I don't want to do this. So I tell people the hell with motivation. I could care less about motivation. For me, it's all about the discipline. Because discipline, listen, Jose, discipline says that when you're tired and you don't want to do it, you sit down and do it anyway. Tucker, discipline says that I've been working all day. I can get to that homework assignment in the morning, but discipline says, no, you're going to do that homework now before you go to bed. You understand what I'm saying, Esmeralda? Discipline is the one thing that will carry you through when you don't want to do it. Take advantage of all your resources. I'm not biased when I say this, but Khou was one of the finest EOP or professional staff that I have ever worked with in my 30 years in public service. And she's your advisor. I have witnessed every single day how Khou has went out of her way to help her students be successful. And she's yours. And if you don't believe the words that I'm saying, put me to the test. She is in your corner. She will fight for you. She will do everything in her power to help you realize your dreams. But guess what? I already know she's going to give 100%. But in order for this partnership to be successful, you gotta do your part. Celine, you gotta give your Celine. If you're just laying on the ground, right? She's gonna reach down and extend her hand, but she ain't gonna get on the ground and break her back trying to lift you up. You've got to do your part and extend your hand and say, Khou, I want your help. Khou, here's my hand. Help me up, Khou. And she'll be there to help you. But it won't just be Khou. It'll be all the EOP staff. It'll be all the case staff. And so that's the community that you walk into when you join the EOP program, is that you have a myriad of resources at your disposal. But now let me say this, because this is the most important aspect. And this isn't just about student success. This is about life success. This is my holy grail with my children. So I need you to understand this one right here. Dylan, are you listening? Dylan, are you with me on this one? Woo, Dylan, this is heavy right here. Vanessa, you ready? Okay, all right. All right, Kaylani, let's do this. No excuses, just solutions. No excuses, just solutions. Now, this is my personal definition of an excuse. Self-permission to be a victim in the situation. Let me say that again. Self-permission to be a victim in the situation. And I'll say this. I was molested as a kid. My father spent more times high on drugs than being sober. I've been evicted. I've been homeless, teen parent, all of it. Friends murdered, all of it. And I say this to say to you is that you only get to live this life one time. There's no do-overs, right? So how you approach it is up to you. And what I'm not saying is that what people do to you are right or wrong. People do some effed up stuff. But it's always how I respond to the situation, regardless of what somebody else does to me, right? And what I mean by that, if I need to go get therapy, if I need to meet with a counselor, whatever I need to do to make sure that I am spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally well is what I have to do. Because I'll be damned if another person has power over Gerald Lamont Jones and how I live my life. And so the excuse is not about, oh, well, woe was me, whatever. It's about taking control of the situation and not allowing other people to dictate how you move and how you operate. I have aunts and uncles that are in their 80s that are still hurting and trying to heal from what my grandfather did to them when they were children, and he's been in the grave for 40 years. But he still has them in bondage because they haven't figured out how to break that. How do you apply the no excuses, just solutions in the academic environment? Right? You're going to have some professors that are racist. You're going to have some professors that are outstanding and in your corner. You're going to have some students that levy microaggressions at you daily. You're going to have some students that don't look like you that are going to be your best friends and support you in every single way. But regardless, how do you deal with it? How do you not let it disrupt what you came to Sonoma State University for? How do you not allow those different negative situations to become an excuse and look for solutions and how you can deal with it? The no excuses, just solutions, it puts the onus on me to always look at, first of all, what was my part in the situation, right? What's my part in the situation? It's a conversation that I actually have with myself. I reflect on how I interact with my staff, how I interact with students. There are times when I go home and I say, I shouldn't have said that. You know what? That wasn't cool. Maybe they didn't say anything about it, but I know that I could have handled that situation differently. So what's my solution going forward? Oh my gosh, I didn't like the way that person just talked to me. That pissed me off. How can I handle that situation? Like, how am I going to address that? When I was in law school, I had a class that was just kicking my ass. Just beating me up. I got the mail, I saw my letter grade, and I just wanted to go into the couch and curl into a little ball. And I want to blame the professor. They didn't have to write it. That was a trick question. Why would they put, we did not discuss that. Well, maybe we did, but just one time, but it was such a small part. Why would they test on that? I'm making excuses for myself to try to feel better. But I had to get out of that and come up with a solution. Okay, here's what you're going to do. After every single class, you're going to go back home and you're going to make flashcards. You're going to review those flashcards before you go to bed, first thing when you wake up. Every single morning when you go on your walk, you're going to take 5 flashcards with you. You're going to commit those to memory, right? And so just different solution-oriented thinking Different solution-oriented behavior is what I want you to understand that you have to start practicing, right? How does no excuses, just solutions translate to your personal lives? Right? We talk about the academic arena. Some of you come from broken homes, broken backgrounds. How do you begin to deal with that and grapple with that? Right? You do whatever is necessary to make sure that you are whole, healthy. That's what you do. We have a plethora of resources at Sonoma State University. We have counseling services, psychological services, right? We have different groups. Again, I've already mentioned you have one of the finest professional staff at Sonoma State University in Khou. You lean into the different folks that are here. You lean into your cohort. You lean into the staff. The beautiful thing about EOP staff, that they've all been through what you're going through. Historically low income, first generation. Same backgrounds and experiences that you've gone through. They get it, they understand it. You can walk in, right? I can walk in and I can say certain things to staff and I don't have to say anything else. They understand it, they get it on a visceral level. And so I just want you all to understand the support system that you have in here. And I want you to most importantly understand that, as I said in the onboarding, the most important thing for you as a student at Sonoma State University is to walk away with your 4-year baccalaureate degree. That's what it's about. Cool, time check. You know, I can talk and I can get on a.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. I would just say, if you'd like to say any closing words so that we can give the students a quick break before their 10 o'clock class.
I just want to say I'm here to support you in any kind of way. I think you all have my information. I don't know if it's on the FAQs or anything like that, but feel free to email me, text me, call me, any of that stuff. If you want to talk, if you want more clarity, whatever. If any of you are interested in going into law school, law school, right? Feel free to reach out to me. I think Khou will attest, I'm not one of those senior directors that is not connected to the students. I'm very connected with our students because the students are what give me the passion to continue doing the work that I'm doing. And so I'm not one of those senior administrators that's out at this level that's not connected to the students. So I make myself available to you. The only thing that I will not do, don't ask me, I will not do it, is advise you on your classes. I stay in my lane, okay? So, again, thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome. And let's get it. Let's get this 4-year degree. Come on, Celine.
Let's give a clap, thumbs up, round of applause for Dr. Jones for joining with us today. Thank you so much, Dr. Jones. I put into the chat, you know, it's I'm honored to be under your leadership and to have your mentorship. We're truly honored. So for class, please think about, you know, what Dr. Jones shared with us today. And I'd like for you all to reflect. We'll do a conversation debrief for our class tomorrow morning on what were the takeaways. And I also want you to think about, what is your why? Why are you here? Okay. And that will keep you grounded as you go through the different challenges that in your journey as a college student and in life. Okay. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. And again, thank you so much, Dr. Jones. Thank you, Kirsten and Vanessa, for facilitating our icebreaker. And go ahead and take a quick break. And then once Jen comes on board, oh, there's Jen. Hi, Jen. I'll go ahead and hand over the host to Jen. Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
Good morning. I'll wait just a couple minutes to make sure everyone had a chance to take the necessary break. I have a question though for those of you who are on the Zoom call right now. Can you give me a thumbs up if you know how to raise your hand on Zoom? Okay, so some people don't know how to raise their hands on Zoom. And so I believe if you go to the chat box, is that how you do it? I forget. New to it. How do we do it? So that's why I need help.
Yeah, no worries. I believe it's in the participants.
Okay, that's where it is.
And yeah, participants and then all the way to the tab. It says raise hand.
Right. Okay. All right. So then if you want to raise your hand, great. Just next to your kind of highlight your name and then next to the mute button, click on more. No, that's not it either. How do we do it then? Can someone tell me?
When you go to participants and you click the button in between the lower buttons, it says raise hand. Once you see all the participants.
Oh, you have to go all the way down to the bottom. Is that right?
No, it's actually, as long as you press participants, it should appear right where it says invite, mute, and then it says raise hand.
Oh, I don't even have an option to raise my hand. Maybe that's because I'm the host. Okay, so you see it on your end though? Thumbs up, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, for some reason I don't see it on mine. And that's so odd. I wonder if that's just because I'm the host then. Because I have an option to lower all hands, but not an option to raise hands. So that's interesting. I mean, obviously I can't raise all your hands, but it would be nice to be like, hey, make everybody raise their hands. All right, well, then it looks like we have, I think, how many? We have 23, so I think we're all here then. Is that right? We are welcoming Ivana. Hi, Ivana, nice to virtually see you, meet you, or have you on the Zoom. All right, well, we will get started then. So today we have a discussion of James Baldwin's essay, A Talk to Teachers. And so we will, what I would like everybody to do is to take a minute to enter a question or a topic into the group chat that will help us kind of suss out some of these big ideas that are coming out of Baldwin's Talk to Teacher. And that could be something that, like, what really resonates, like jumped off the page, any type of real world connections that you might see, any type of implications for education and for some of your thoughts that you were writing about for the free write yesterday. So whatever it is that you'd like, if you can all just take a second to enter a question or a topic into the group chat, and I'll refer back to these when the discussion seems to need to be get a little bit more assistance. So if it starts to die down, then I'll refer to those in the chat. So just take a few minutes. Thank you, Esmeralda. So we're getting some, okay, so this is great. So what I'm seeing are some initial feelings, thoughts, feelings, and reactions. And so and that's kind of usually where I'd like to start discussions. It's beginning with the initial thoughts, feelings, and reactions, and then going into those big ideas and their implications, kind of like the so what, why do we care? Why is this a big idea? Why is this something that we need to know about? And all of this will really help us later when we're working on doing any type of essays, citing Baldwin, seeing its significance. So what we'll do is as you're coming up with those ideas, those questions, those topics into the group chat, I'll just initially feel that to use any initial thoughts, feelings, and reactions. And would someone, one of the bridge leaders, mind checking the participants and seeing who's raising their hand? Okay, Vanessa and Kirsten, okay, either one is fine. And so if you have any initial thoughts, feelings, and reactions that you would like to share after you were viewing Dr. Patrick Johnson's video that set up James Baldwin's Talk to Teachers and Talk to Teachers as well. And it also could be related to what Dr. Kim was talking about when she was pointing to certain things within the text when she was talking about annotation strategies. So any initial thoughts, feelings, and reactions? So I'm seeing 3 right now, actually, that are already in the chat. So we could start with the first one that Esmeralda put there, and that her initial thoughts and reactions, and it was a topic to internal, interpersonal, and institutional racism and white supremacy. Do you want to say any more about that, Esmeralda?
Well, those are like the three I's that I kind of thought of when I was reading over the text and watching the videos. With like internal, I feel like a lot of minorities take in the messages, the negative messages that are being portrayed towards us, the stereotypes, right? The archetypes that were mentioned. Interpersonal, there's colorism, right? There's we put down our own people between races. What is race? It's a construct, right? But in institutional, like in the school system, right? There's a huge systemic system. So yeah, I don't know. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah, so really looking at the importance of society, right, and our sociological imagination, right? And that we have to be able to see these larger structures and how white supremacy is operationalized within them, and looking at the school system as one site that Baldwin's pointing out, or media, as you were saying too. Did you say media?
Yeah, media is used as a huge like platform to influence the younger generation, just people in general. Like another thing that I thought of was what's it called? A Birth of a Nation. That movie with like the huge like representation of like the KKK and like anti-blackness and blackface, right? Just how that pushed like America into thinking that like racism is okay, you know, slavery is okay. Yeah, I don't know. Those are just one of my thoughts. I have many.
Anyone else want to jump off of that? Thank you. And consider this as exploratory talk. Oftentimes when when I was in school, I oftentimes felt that I had to have the right answer in order to participate in a discussion. I didn't want to be wrong or, and just, so it felt very uncomfortable. So oftentimes I wouldn't say anything, even though I had so much to say. And so because I didn't see the discussion and my talk as an exploration, and that we're just working out these ideas too. And then we don't have to sound a particular way, just trying to get these ideas out. So just kind of be relaxed about it, like you're chopping it up with your friends. And yeah, just we're gonna have just a lively discussion. It's kind of like a draft. It's low stakes. But the more that we're all able to join together in a conversation, the better we're going to understand what it is that we're talking about, different ways of entering a text, seeing its implications for how we live in the world. And so it really is a powerful act to dialogue together, because we can have much deeper understandings. And that will help us inevitably in all areas of our lives. So it's a collective effort. This is our society right here, and what we choose to do matters and will shape it. So anyone else want to jump off what Esmeralda was talking about? Anyone connect with that? Ivana said the anti-Black soap ads. Okay, yeah, go ahead, Ivana.
For me personally, they said things about how they use like ads like the soap to be like anti-Black, and how they use like the coons and like the little I forgot her name, but she's on like the syrup bottle.
Yes, Mia,
I
the
forgot,
Mia,
I forgot her name, but
Aunt Jemima.
yeah, her. Yeah, and so they use that kind of stuff as like saying how they actually like enjoy slavery, and they enjoyed not really contributing much to like America, when really African Americans were the ones who really, you know, brought up the economy. So I feel like everything that they portrayed us to be isn't really, and so it tricks the mind to believe that we are you know, not contributing to America. We are the lesser. We're basically like being humiliated,
Mm.
if that makes sense.
Mm.
So I feel like, yeah, like the media and ads, the way they portray us did have a huge effect, because it affected other races too, but it mainly affected us. And I still think it does, because I still see people make fun of people's skin color and stuff like that. So even if it was in the past, it still resonates today. And so I feel like the anti-Black ads and stuff like that had a huge impact, and I just don't think it should be a thing anymore, relevant. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Because this is all layered onto this background, right? And it's a larger context in which we're teaching and learning. What are the implications for our education? That society is so important. So Tucker, you added something. Do you want to chime in?
Yeah. So I think James Baldwin said this in his excerpt. He said like the education system is very black and white, and that when the schools are segregated, they picked and choose what kind of history and what kind of ideas they taught them. And we even still see that today in our education system. We leave out a lot of America's history that's very disgraceful, because we want to make ourselves seem like we're the best country out there. We're no one's better than us. We're morally right all the time, and we've never been wrong. This country was founded on freedom for everyone, when it really wasn't. It was freedom for a select group of people. And he was talking about that in his excerpt on how that certain people are taught certain things, but we're not really taught everything. And so people are believing that, I'm superior than you because I know more, I'm morally right. And you've always been the lower part of our job market, our economy.
Mm. Yeah, and Esmeralda added something in that box that ties into what you're saying too, and just in terms of perspective. And she put in capital letters, his story, not history, not our story. And so there's a proverb, an African proverb, that until the lions have the letters, the jungle will forever be ruled, or the jungle will always be. Wait, hold on, where is it? Hold on. Until the lions have the letters, the story of the jungle will forever glorify the hunter. And so if we think about how many people have heard of the phrase how the West was won? How many people? Thumbs up. How the West was won in history classes. How many people have heard how the West was lost? Those are two very different perspectives, right? And so if we're thinking about different perspectives and that there are influences, whether it be who's the author of a text or whether it be media representations that influence how we perceive things, that it's important to kind of think critically about what it is that we are reading, what it is that we're viewing. How do we know what we know? It's a critical question. How do we know what we know? Because that helps us really interrogate these truth claims that people will present to us, and it will help us also figure out, well, how are we really going to take this text? Does it resonate with us? Do we throw the baby out with the bathwater, for lack of a better phrase? Or how do we end up integrating that into how we would like to be able to talk with one another, engage civically? So it helps us really think about just not always taking everything on face value, that there are other influences at work and different perspectives that people have when they're creating a text, whether that text be a movie or a soap ad or a history textbook. And again, I encourage you, like I said yesterday, to first read with that text to see what someone is trying to convey, and then being critical about it too. And so being able to have both of those things, hold them together, and then continue to discuss those with other people. Because whenever we read, it's a transaction with the text. That the text doesn't have necessarily one said meaning, it's also the interpretation that we have, and that we create that meaning out of that text. And that the dialogue that we can have in class, or even just, you know, at a coffee shop, or on the phone with our friends, or TikTok, whatever it might be, that will really assist us in making more meaning as well. So, and also when we write about it too. So as you annotate, you're making more sense of a text, a deeper dive. Anyone, Celine, do you want to, you made a comment in the chat, the minorities are considered criminals when they speak up for themselves. Do you want to talk a little about that?
Yeah, because like the minorities are just like they're expected to only follow the rules and not like maybe like argue if they find something like wrong, or like speak up if something happens to them. And yeah, they're kind of considered criminals, and that's said in the text, in which Baldwin says if he is really cunning, really ruthless, really strong, and many of us are, he becomes kind of a criminal.
Thank you for pointing to the text specifically. I'm liking how you're doing that, right? And so that's so if we're referring to the text, it would be good to, so that's on page 3 for everybody else who wants to go and try to find that quote. So if you're referring to a specific quote, if you can bring us to that page number so we can look at it too. And then maybe if it's something that we didn't annotate but someone else did, that we can kind of start, let's go back and check that out. And that's also why it's useful to buddy up with people when you're reading an article, because you're able to see, oh, well, what did you find? What did you see? Did you see something I didn't see? And also when you read something again, you'll see it from a different perspective. Just like when you're listening to someone else's rendering of the text. Other big ideas that were coming out of this text are key quotes, lines that resonated with you. Or questions. Why do you think that this text was chosen for the Institute or for Summer Bridge? What are the implications for you? What does this matter for us as teachers?
You got a hand up, Jose.
Thanks, Vanessa.
Yeah, so I might think that this text is important because it's talking about education and like the system. And so that's, since we're a group of people that come from a low income or have had other problems. This is, I think, just to like motivate us to keep on driving and dreaming and staying dedicated to our goals, which is to finish these 4 years. And the quote or a passage that stood out for me from the text was page 1, where it says, page 1, the second paragraph, and it says, the purpose of education is to create an ability to look at the world for himself, to make his own decisions, to say to himself, this is black or this is white, to decide for himself whether there's a God in heaven or not. And so I think that is like the main reason why we're learning about this essay. and how it relates to all of us.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, yes, yes. And that it's that education should be teaching us just ways to critically think, ways to think about the world as opposed to this is the way that it is, right? Just how to go about trying to figure these things out for ourselves, not this is what we should believe, or this is what it is. Thank you. Tucker, you raised your hand. That sparked something in you.
Yeah, so going off what Jose said, I think somewhere, I don't have it written down, but I remember in here that James Baldwin said that people of lower income and people who live in these neighborhoods are can easily be manipulated into thinking certain ways, or like, you belong here, you belong there, and you cannot be up here. And that the education system has taught kids that there's only a certain history has shown there's only a certain extent to the to where you can get to. There's a certain extent where you can get to in the economy, in life, and in morally.
Mm. So talking about opportunity structures and perceptions of opportunity structures. And so that there's a flip side to that too, in terms of like who is considered, like what, even if we look at standards of beauty, right? What's considered to be beautiful, and that's on the flip side of it. And that oftentimes is white, right? This lightning, I think that was what Ivana was talking about, right? And so it's, yeah, Tucker, you're raising your hand again? Or did you raise your hand again? Or is that did you raise your hand again, Tucker?
No, I forgot to lower it.
Oh, okay. We're getting used to this. That's okay. And so what else is coming out of this text for you? You just do a line that struck you. What was something that you underlined?
You got Ivana raising her hand.
Sweet Ivana.
One line that kind of like stuck with me was it's always a dangerous time to be Black. That's what Baltman said. And I 100% agree with that, because even today, in the whole like George Floyd and the whole police brutality and, you know, white supremacy and KKK coming out still today, and I'm like, I didn't even know the KKK was still even relevant until like a couple of weeks ago. So it kind of just shows how dangerous it is to be a person of any color, because it's not even like Black people anymore, to be honest, because the whole coronavirus, like Asians and stuff like that, and ICE and stuff like that. So I feel like now it expanded more to not just Black people, but like to all, you know, colored people and stuff like that. So I 100% agree with it, that it is always a time to be Black, but in today's society, I do agree that there is more. It's more dangerous to be in other races around this time, yeah. So, yeah, that's it.
Thank you for sharing that. Does anyone else want to piggyback off of that? I wonder if that's one of the reasons why Dr. Kim was highlighting that teachers need to go for broke, right? When in serving Black and Brown young scholars and leaders, and because it's so significant right now. And then also just as scholars yourselves and leaders and activists, that there's something really important in your role in shaping the society in which we live, because look at the movements that are happening too, led by young people, Unbelievable. Even looking at what happened in Tulsa over the weekend and the role of social media and TikTok and organizing to buy a bunch of tickets all at once and so you have an entire stadium that's expected to be packed for a particular presidential campaign event, and people don't show up because those tickets were bought up by your generation, right? That's power that's happening. And that there's so many adults who are changing their minds I'm talking to all the time because of young people using their words, right? Writing, media as a way to start to shape and inform society to make sure that we're learning about these issues and we know the effects and ways that we can actually move forward to change that society and that larger context in which we're learning, teaching and learning. So that fundamentally is challenging a lot of educators. I have people in my writing group that have really changed some of the things that they're doing in classes to create more space for their young scholars, creative cultural production, individual research, and research that's oriented toward transforming these conditions of oppression, because there are these limiting situations. History is dynamic and things can change. It's changed all the time. And so that how can we actually use our work and whatever you write for a really powerful purpose, which is what you all were talking, many of you were talking about yesterday. It's just the significance of education, right? Changing those opportunity structures that Tucker was talking about. You were talking about that yesterday. So many of your pieces. What other things that people highlighted, wrote, questions? Things that you could push back on too. What's that?
Esmeralda's raising her hand.
Okay.
A quote that I saved is on page 2. It's like the second paragraph. It starts, but a Black child looking at the world around him, though he cannot know quite what to make of it, is aware that there's a reason why his mother works so hard, why his father is always on edge. He is aware there's some reason why, if he sits down in the front of the bus, his father or mother slaps him and drags him to the back of the bus. He is aware that there is some terrible weight on his parents' shoulders, which menace him. And it isn't long. In fact, it begins when he is in school, before he discovers the shape of his oppression. That quote like really resonated with me, just growing up as like a mixed Black and Mexican kid in like Catholic schooling. It's really a privilege to be ignorant. That's a privilege, you know. It's like to be blind to all the things that are happening in the world and feel as though like they don't affect you is a privilege. And I feel like nowadays, like with just the huge wave of social media awareness and like protesting and just like our people choosing and fighting not to stand down and not to be quiet anymore. Like it in a way, it almost like it forces people to look at the situation. Like it forces people to see like you can't be ignorant no more. You can't. There are no excuses. But yeah, I don't know. That's just my takeaways from those from that quote. And I think like with us learning about it, and I was so happy to read the passage. And I was like, yes, they guys reading this. They know what they're doing. But yeah, I'm excited to make some change and to learn with you guys.
Thank you. Was there another hand that was raised? Or Ivana, did you raise your hand again?
Oh no, I didn't put it down.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. Others? Any questions about the process of annotating sometimes what I'll do is when I'm annotating, I'll take one argument that I'm seeing in a text, and an argument being that there's a claim, so saying a statement, and then there's a warrant, a reason why it's true. And if it extends for a couple paragraphs, and that's the whole argument, then what I'll do is on the margin, I'll write a 1-sentence summary of that argument. And it's at least a full sentence, and then keep on going. And so it's another way that will help. And that's, I think, what Dr. Kim was touching on when she was talking about annotated bibliographies, because we can take similar articles that have similar perspectives, and if we combine all those different annotations, those 1-line summaries within them, then it can answer an overarching question, like what does it mean to be educated in our particular society right now? What are the challenges and possibilities that we have? And so then you can use your annotations to answer that particular question. And that might be an essay prompt. And so when we introduce the homework later on today, think about that, and how are these articles in conversation with one another, and also in terms of your own experiences, because you are experts too in your own lives. You walk through the world and you are constantly engaging with it. And so you are an organic intellectual as well, because if you've had certain experiences that relate to the text, and you have personal narratives. And so all these things combined, we have these academic intellectuals and organic intellectuals and personal narratives. It helps us determine the way that we can evaluate truth claims, and will help us answer essay prompts and come up with some really persuasive or informative essays. So thinking about different annotation techniques that really it's an excellent skill to help us write, not just to remember something, but also to be able to create and make it a lot easier, because you can literally, if you're doing an annotated bibliography and you're taking all those annotations, you're typing it up for Baldwin, you might be able to just copy and paste that paragraph summary, enter it into your essay, and saves you a lot of time if you're thinking about answering, and if you're able to make that applicable to the essay prompt. So it can save you a lot of time. It saved me a ton of time in school. So just thinking about the process of annotation as well. Other different perspectives on this, or how was your experience annotating? You could talk about both. How many of you have annotated like this before in school? Thumbs up if you have. All right. Was there anything new that you learned from annotating that you thought was a useful strategy? Anything about the annotation strategies? It's a long video, and so what I would encourage you to do is to continue to review that video, because there's so many gems that Dr. Kim provides us, and tricks of the trade, and to be able to go and see some of those examples online too. The more I see different ways of annotating, I think it's really useful for me, even as I develop and continue to grow, because we're all in the process of becoming, and I'm constantly learning new things. One of my colleagues taught me a new technique for annotating that I'm trying out, which is when I'm underlining, if they're, so remember that guide to annotation that she provided? And there are lots of different ways to annotate. And so you could color code. So when you're underlining, you could assign one color to a certain type of annotation. So let's say that you're underlining big ideas, and you want to have different color codes for those ideas that seem to be, maybe you have 3 big ideas that keep on popping up. So one's green, one's red, one's blue. You could do it like that. You could also do that for all those different ways, things to look for in a text, and color code them. So because I was looking at their text, and I was, whoa, it's so beautiful, it's so colorful, and what are all these different colors and lines mean? Well, this is why I do it like this. Okay, really helped with organizing. So you can come up with your own system as well. Anything else with this article, of this close reading of a text? Did anyone read it twice? Any other thumbs up? I can only see a few at a time. Let's see. Oh, okay. So a couple. For those of you who read the text twice, did you see something new the second time you read it?
For me, it was more so like the first time was like reading over what he had to say, what Baldwin had to say over the topic, and then the second time was more so like applying my own ideas and like just conclusions or takeaways from the reading.
Great. Thank you. What about the historical context that Dr. Patrick Johnson provided? How did that affect your reading of the text? Did it help? Thumbs up if it helped. And if, all right. Celine, do you want to talk about how it helped?
It kind of gave us like what was happening when Baldwin was writing, like when he wrote when he wrote this, and it kind of like it reminded me of like what like I've taken these like this year in history, and like it refreshed my memory, and that was helpful.
Nice, thank you. Sandra, you said you had a thumbs up too. Can you say a little bit about why what's behind your thumbs up for the historical context, how it helped or affected your reading?
Yeah, I found the video very gave me like a visual representation of what he actually meant about what was happening about like the educational system. So that kind of helped me like visualize and understand a bit more about what he was trying to talk about in reference.
Thank you. Yeah, and so sometimes we can use, so if we're examining a text, sometimes it helps to do a little research around it to be able to understand that even more. And so if when you're reading other things for Summer Bridge, and also of course in school, that if there's something that you're engaging with, it, maybe check out some of the background and the context so that you can even have a deeper understanding about what you're reading. It can help with character analysis. Why are they saying it like that? Or why are they, like, what's going on in this particular scene in a novel? Or it could be a nonfiction essay. Okay, so we only have a few people that entered things into the text box. How about anyone that has not entered into the text box? I saw some people writing. If you could enter what it is that you were writing down at the very beginning of the class and enter that into the text box. Gianluca, you said you have. Gianluca, was there something you wrote in the chat, in the box, text box?
Oh, that was
I think you might be a mute. Was that an old, was that an old response? I can't quite hear you.
Oh, that was for when you
There you
asked
go.
about the annotations.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
I was slow on the uptake. So can you type in whatever you were thinking about at the very beginning of class in the chat box? If you have anything else. And sometimes I notice that I need to read something twice to be able to have something to say about it as well, because I'm still wrapping my head around it. And so it's totally fine if you don't have that now. And if for some reason there was like you didn't have something to say, maybe just go back into the article, and especially it's going to be important to look at it again for your essay. And so just go back in and do another read, try to practice some of those other annotation techniques that Dr. Kim that mentioned in her video. we have until 10:50, is that right? Okay, so because it's 10:43, what I'll do is we can continue talking about this, obviously, and you'll be wrestling with these ideas. And so thinking about that, what is the point of education in the first place? You know, that's a big idea, and that, you know, and how we can really socialize someone in our education. So being critical thinkers is so important. And so for our homework that tomorrow, and we'll continue this as you write, and you're going to have your first asynchronous Canvas discussion, which is different than a discussion that's like this, where we're able to go back and forth. And so this is something that's going to help you, because a lot of the courses that you will have this element where you're discussing on Canvas and you're typing things up and responding to your peers. And so for the homework, you're going to be reviewing Dr. Kim's video again on close reading and annotation, and the elements of the annotation guide. Use that as needed. And you have the article entitled "Protecting the Treasure," and it's a history of Indigenous education in California. And it's by Keyshawn Lord Cooper from On Indian Ground, edited, and it's an edited book. And it's available on the Sonoma State Library, although if you have not been able to find it because there were some broken links, what I've done is I've added that article onto our Canvas site, so you can easily click on that link and access it, just because I think that book, I don't know what's happening, and so you can click and use that. The purpose of having you try to find it in the library was to develop some of your library skills. So I would try to use the library and the resources there, get familiar with it, because it's going to really behoove you and help you out later when you're taking your courses. But I think that the link may be broken, which is why I included it on our Canvas site. But still, please play around with the library. Try to see if you can locate it in the library before clicking on that link, just to start familiarizing yourself with the library resources and searching them. And so then there's also, you have to review the ethos, pathos, and logos document. So that's about the different arts of the art of persuasion and different rhetorical techniques, like how do we persuade someone? What are the different devices that we use to persuade? And how does that come out in a text, or how does it come out orally? And then refer back to that document as you reread Protecting the Treasure, that article that I was just talking about. And also when you're rereading A Talk to Teachers by James Baldwin. Then what you'll do is you'll develop notes for discussion, including key points from the text. So my suggestion would be to, as you notice key points from the text, maybe you have a separate sheet of paper and you're starting to say, oh, these are some of the key points, big ideas that are coming out of the text. You could also write on the text itself. And maybe you want to put like a little code, like, you know, you could draw a key, or you could say like a BI for big idea. And so then that will help you along the way as you're reading, figure out what you're going to put into the Canvas discussion. And so you can also do important quotes, your own analysis, and questions to ask your peers. And use your notes to engage in the discussion via Canvas. And this is different than what you would have with Zoom. And the drawbacks might be like a lack of energy because of discussing on Canvas, because you don't have that initial like feedback, and there's lack of energy because, yeah, the quicker exchanges you might have in person, or the difficulties in setting down the right words. So like I was talking at the beginning of class today, that exploratory talk is fine. And that also should come up in the discussion in Canvas. Don't stop your ideas from coming out. Just get them out. We're not going to judge you for how you're saying it. Just, you know, there's no right word that you have to use. And then the advantages also of being on Canvas could be more comfortable, engaging in the discussion at a slower pace, because some of us do like that. And being able to reread what you wrote and before submitting it to the discussion. And so there are 3 steps to completing the portion of the discussion. The first is to share a question or comment in the text. And the questions should elicit responses beyond just a yes and no to help the conversation happen, because the conversation, we need a little bit, something robust. And then 2, to read through all those questions and comments, including revisiting, read through the questions and comments, select one of your peers' comments or questions and write a response to it. So you're writing one, and then you're also responding to one of your peers. And your response should really be thoughtful and well written. and engaging that text in your peers post and sharing your analysis. So do as best as you can to really engage with the text and your peers post and your own analysis. So there's 3 different things kind of in conversation with one another. Think about like a dinner conversation that you might have. You want something to be substantial. And then read through the questions and comments, including revisiting your own to see if someone responded to it. And then you'll select a conversation thread, meaning like several people are talking about one particular item, and then you write a response to that item. And then make sure that this is thoughtful, well written, and engaging the text in your peers post and sharing your analysis. So similar. And then the discussion board will be available until 11:59 tomorrow. And so you have a little bit of time to do this because it's a little bit more than what we've had. And all of this though is really worth it because it will set you up to work on your essay assignment that you'll start on Friday. And the essay will be the following. So you'll draw on your free write notes, your discussions, and your free write, your notes and discussions to write the thesis-driven essay, making a comparative analysis of A Talk to Teachers by James Baldwin, and Protecting the Treasure, A History of Indigenous Education in California by Keisha and Laura Cooper. And you're presenting your own perspective on education. And so it'll be a 3-page essay that should be well organized, clearly written, and then using evidence from the text and your life. So as you're annotating, you're pulling out those big ideas. And just like some of you were citing the text Baldwin's specifically today, that's the same type of thing you'd want to do for your essay. And so all of this, the discussion that you'll do tomorrow and the discussion we had today and your free write, that all will help you write that essay that you'll start on Friday and that you'll be able to revise and get feedback from me. So are there any questions about that homework before I turn it over to Dr. Tiwari? Oh, I have one more thing. There's a quote that Kalani put in. Can I just note that quote? Oh, Ivana, did you have your hand up for the assignment?
Yeah, I had a question. So the 3-page essay is due today, or was it like?
No. That's just all of the work for that. Your homework for today is setting you up for a later assignment. That 3-page essay. Yeah. Thank you for making sure to clarify that. I'm glad that you did. And then Kalani's quote. Do you want to read that out loud to us, and then we'll pass it over?
So I was reading. I noticed that on page 1 for paragraph number 3, he mentions that he pledges allegiance to the flag, which guarantees liberty and justice for all, and that I think like people have been noticing that for a long time. Like we say that we have liberty and justice for all, but like really it's only for like the white people in this country. And I think like it reminded me of that time when Colin Kaepernick kneeled during the Pledge of Allegiance during a football game, and it became like a controversial topic because people did not understand the purpose of why he was kneeling quietly instead of like pledging with everybody else, and assumed it was a sign of disrespect.
I wonder if they had read Baldwin, how they would think. Wouldn't that be sweet if we all read James Baldwin? We read this essay. Thank you, Kalani. Well, I hope that you all have a really wonderful day. I will be office hours. I will be there around, and so feel free to pop in, and then also you could shoot me an email too. So have a great rest of your day. I imagine that you're going to take a 5-minute break. Is that about right? Normally you do? Is that true? Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you all for a wonderful discussion, and have a great discussion on Canvas tomorrow. I look forward to seeing what you all are thinking about. Bye.
Dr. J.
Oh, yes.
Could you please make me the host?
Oh, yes, of course. How do I do that?
Try to leave the meeting. It will say who you want to choose to be host.
If I end meeting.
No, don't end the meeting.
No. I have to click on the end meeting button, and then I have to click leave. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm looking for you. Oh, you're already your co-host.
No, no,
Yes,
I
you
want to
are.
be host, not co-host.
I don't know how to change that part
Oh boy.
because I think that I wasn't the one that that made me the co-host. So
Okay.
it was whoever started it. It just says co-host here.
When you leave, your host position will automatically go to the co-host.
Okay. I'll get the promotion. All right.
Thank you. Perfect. All right. Nice.
All right.
Have a fabulous class.
I will. Thank you so much, Dr. J.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, everybody. Now we can take a break. Well, I don't have to take a break, but I guess you do. So why don't you take a break and I will see you. It is 10:53. I will see you at 11. Is it okay? Oh, you are.
Thank you.
Oh, all right. Great. See you at 11.
Hi, Dr. Tiwari. You can
Hello,
start.
hello.
You can
Yeah,
start anytime now.
okay. Yeah, it's 11:01. Just a minute. Hold on a second. Yeah. All right. I can see you now. I was working on your file uh, or on our class material. So, what we are going to do today is open our M&Ms. The first thing we are going to do is open the bag and on a piece of paper write your name and how many of each color you got, and also total number of M&Ms. Okay, you have 4 minutes to do that. And if you do not have a bag and you ate them before recording, then what I want you to do is I'm going to show you a simulator. It is online thing where you click on M&Ms and it just randomly assigns numbers to each color. So, well, I will first let you, since I saw a lot of you opening your M&M box, M&M bags, I will let you finish that. Record the number, and then I will walk you through where to record online so we can see. And also you can see, you can share with each other. Okay, now I'm going to share the screen. So people who do not have a bag can simulate the numbers. Now, here is share a screen, and that is what I want. Give me a thumbs up if you can see the screen. Oh, all right. Thank you, Kirsten. All right. This is day 3. We are in quantitative reasoning section. You know how to get here. You guys know how to get here, right? Okay, let me walk you through again. Here, how to get here. You go to Canvas. In your course, you click Home. You can scroll down to day 3. Let me see here.
You passed it.
I passed it. Oh, thank you. I run too fast. Okay. Here it is. day 3. Start day 3. And I just went down here. Oh, no, that is English. I went down here, click here for quantitative reasoning. I'm at that page. Now, here what I have done is, if you do not have a packet, the last line I just inserted, please use a simulator by clicking here. So let me click here. And you will see, can you see this M&M? Can you guys see that? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Now you know your name. Here, this is little bigger packet than packets that other people received. But it will not matter eventually, because it will distribute all the colors in same ratio. Okay? If you got a bag with 50 M&Ms and the simulator has 100, suppose you have in a bag 20, bag of 50, 20 red, the simulator will give you a random number that will be close to 40. Okay? So here, you just click this and it says, in your bag, you had 17 green, 12 red, 15 yellow, 20 orange, 14 brown, and 22 blue. I'm just curious. I'm not an expert in M&Ms, okay? We have only 6 colors, right? And these are consistent. Is that true, Kirsten?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. These are the 6 colors in each bag. Is
Yeah.
that true?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. You don't have some other color, random colors thrown in, right? So each bag has these 6 colors. So, okay, so people who do not have simulator can go there. No, people who do not have a bag can do this simulation and record the numbers. Okay? But I want the actual numbers, because in the class over here, we do this experiment with actual bags. Okay? For you, mathematics department buys thousands of bags at a time. Okay? So we can play with it, and then later you can eat it. So it's a lot of fun here. Okay, now all of you have recorded either using simulator or the bag. Is that true? I want to, how do I figure out whether, let me go to my stop sharing. I'm going to do the stop sharing now. Okay? Okay. Next thing I want you to do is this. Another file that I want to share is this. It's here. Where is it? Just a minute, everybody. Go to Stop. Where is my, oh, here it is. This Google Sheet, that is where you are going to record your number of colors. So I click there.
We can't access it.
Oh, you cannot.
Yeah, we can't.
So how do I give you permission here? I'm pretty sure that there is a way to give you permission. So anyone who can see this page, Kirsten, do you know how to give permission?
I'm looking at the canvas right now
Mm-hmm.
to just like mess around with it. You might, if you click on share, the little green thing up there. Oh, no. Like on the Google Doc.
On the Google Doc, okay. Google Doc is right here.
Yeah, okay, so if you click share on the sheet, on the Google Sheet.
Okay, just a minute here. Let me.
Next to your page.
Oh yeah, share. You guys were hiding. There was a column of your pictures. Now I did this.
And I would say
I'm share with people.
He needs to share with our emails, right? In order for us to be able to see.
Oh, okay. So I'll have to now plug in the whole everybody's email, right?
Yeah, you would have to put everyone's email in order for us to have access to it.
Or you can do a sharing link where only people who have like the Sonoma email can open it.
Yeah.
Yeah, another issue could be is that they're not signed in with their with their Sonoma account. They could be signed in with a different account, and that could be an issue as well.
Change the link to Sonoma State University. Okay, just a minute here. Copy link.
a suggestion that Celine said is that if you copy the link that you just clicked and send it, like paste it into the chat, the students can click it from the chat and open it up on their computer.
Oh, okay, all right. So I already clicked copy the link, so I have copied the link.
Yeah.
And then I can what do I do here? Stop share.
Wait, did you change the link? Because it says restricted only to people added can open with this link. I think you have to click the blue one that says change link to Sonoma State down.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can use that link. Wait, you want us to edit it? You have to change. We're not a viewer. You have to put like.
Yeah, for this Sonoma State, there is a link here in.
But if you copy that one, then we can only look at it. So you need to change the viewer down.
Viewer?
Yeah, to editor, and then we can type in our data.
Oh, okay, all right, great.
Now you can copy the link.
Now I can copy the link, or it's done. Because, yeah, I made all of Sonoma State University editor.
Yeah, but we still need the link in order to access
I copied the link, and now I'm going to get my stop share.
Dr. Tiwari, would you mind making Vanessa or I a co-host?
No, I don't mind at all.
Thank you.
How do I make it?
I believe if you click participants and find either my name or Vanessa's and click more, you can make us a co-host.
I clicked, I can see your picture, but let me, oh, here. This is chat. Okay. Admin. How do I do that, Kirsten?
I believe, from my knowledge, you just click participants and then there should be an option that says more next to people's names. And you should have the ability to make be a co-host.
Okay, all right. So let me find you now. Miller. Or you are talking about making Vanessa?
Yeah, you can make both of us a co-host.
Okay. Vanessa Lopez, right?
Yeah.
Make co-host. Make co-host. And then Kristen Miller.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, everybody. I didn't mean to. I didn't think that it will be a problem because I was able to see. Vanessa, you are co-host, right?
Correct. Yes. Thank you.
Just a minute. I cannot see the screen. Okay. All right. Let me find. Yeah. More. And make co-host. Yeah. Co-host. So that's that. Kirsten, you are also a co-host now. Okay. What I'm going to do is I copied a link, right? Was Kalani who was helping me? Who was helping me?
Yeah.
Somebody was, yeah. So I have copied the link and now I'm going to share that.
You can put it in the chat and then we can all click on it.
Go to chat. Oh, okay. I have that there. Can you guys go and get there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now you have editing rights, right? I plugged in only 4 colors, but you please somebody make it 6 colors. Probably I did not write brown and other colors. One more color. And plug that in there. All your numbers. Write your name and your numbers. What I'm going to give you is maybe 2 minutes.
I couldn't access the document, so I requested access for it.
Yeah. Okay. Celine, you could not. when you click the link that I sent you in chat, where does it take you? Does it say that you don't have access?
Yeah, it says it asked me to request the access. I'll try on Safari now.
Okay, so just a minute here. I will go back to my one, two, three, four, five. Okay, most of you were able to do that. I just checked the file. Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, all right. Good, good, Esmeralda. All right. I just checked the file that I sent you. Most of you have already entered your 6 colors, numbers in there. So looks like for most of you it's working. If there is anyone whose didn't work, I mean the link didn't work for them, when I send you to a breakout room, over there you can talk to your friend and ask someone to include your data. Okay? So next thing, what we are going to do is use these numbers to make a box plot. So what I'm going to do is going to talk about box plot. So let me go back and forth. I have to check my okay, just a minute. Okay, so you guys can see the screen, right? This thing is called box plot. I hope you already watched those 3 videos that I wanted you to watch. Did you guys do that? Let me see. Okay. So what we are going to talk about is, let me, if I can increase the size. Yeah. What you do is you take the data, put them in order. If you don't put them in order, it wouldn't make sense. And you cannot make this box plot. When you arrange the data in, say, increasing order or decreasing order, then you can right away eyeball the minimum and maximum. This is also known as 5-point summary. 5-point summary. Minimum is one number, maximum is second number, and third number that is easy to find is called median. You go right in the middle of data. If you suppose you have 11 numbers, then seventh number is median. 1 through 6, seventh is right in the middle, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 11. 6 on one side, 6 on other side. Did I say? No, if you have 11, then sixth number is median. Sorry about that. 5 this way, 5 other way, and the right in the middle, the number is called median. Median is easy to find. Suppose you have 10 numbers, then there will be 2 numbers in the middle. Then what you do, if you have even number of data points, you find 2 in the middle and take the average of those 2 guys. Okay, take average of those 2 guys. That will be your median. It is explained very well in that that video, 2 videos that you have for finding medians, or the 5-point summary. This is third number. Now, as soon as you draw this third number, or if you have a column of data and you draw a line through median, then your data is split into 2 pieces, top half and bottom half. Now you play the same game on top half and bottom half. You find median of top half and median of bottom half. Is that clear?
Yes.
All right, all right. So yeah, now let me tell you something over here.
No.
Can you see my arrow?
Yeah.
Okay. This, if this is minimum, then this one is called Q1, first quartile. Excuse me. I will be back in a sec. Okay. So this is called first quartile, median is second quartile, and then 75% point is third quartile, and then you have a maximum. These are 5 points you have to find. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you guys for 10 minutes to a breakout room. So before I do that, let me see if I want you to do anything else. Okay. Stop sharing. That's all you have to know. Do you guys have any questions? Let me stop sharing here and look at the chat. In the chat, you can write your questions. If you don't have any questions, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 6 groups and send you guys to break room or breakout rooms, and you are going to decide on one color. So I will have to name that. 6 rooms, 6 colors, and I want you guys to work on each color. You have access to the Google Sheet. You can go to Google Sheet and you can take that data. For example, red. You can take all the, you can arrange them in increasing order or decreasing order, whatever you prefer. There are softwares to do that for you if you have 5 million data points. But here you have only 20 data points. You are going to arrange them and then you right away find median and first quartile, second quartile, make a box plot. Now, if you know how to make box plot, could you please write yes in your chat? I just do not want you to go to break room all confused. Or just, yeah, this is a good idea, Tian. He gave me a thumbs up. Can you give me a thumbs up that you know how to draw a box plot? Please give me a thumbs up. Okay. Okay, so some of you, Dylan, no idea about box plot? Oh, you do. Please do that. I just, it's for me. I want to be confident before I send you there.
Wait, I have a question. Do you want us to do a box plot of our own data or like a certain color and then that's the box?
Color. Kalani, okay. Good question. Once you get into that room, 4 of you are going to work on just one color and you are going to collaborate. Okay? So, hey, I am going to put in order, all of you are going to put them in order and just keep on comparing. My maximum is this, what did you get? So, maximum, minimum, and median, Q1, Q2. Does it make sense, everybody, what we are going to do?
How do we know which color our group has?
That's a good question. I'm going to name, that is what I'm thinking now. How can I name the breakout rooms? Now, Kirsten or Vanessa, do you guys know how to name a room? Let me see. I'm just experimenting. I will send you to different rooms and see what the title of the room says. If it says room 1, room 2, room 3, room 4, then I'm going to assign room 1 is red, room 2 is blue. Does it make sense? So let me see here. Breakout rooms. Assign 22 people in 6 breakout rooms. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create breakout rooms and then I will close it, bring you all of you back. Oh, it says, okay, so here it is, everybody. Can you hear me? You can hear me, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. What I want you to do is this. The rooms are, oh, rename the rooms. It says rename the rooms. So I can rename red. Oh, rename the room. Just hang in there, everybody. Blue. I made red, blue. I'm going to rename orange. Fourth room is green. Room number 5 is brown. And I forgot the colors. I have written down brown, green, orange, red, blue. Oh, just a minute here. How did that happen? Delete this room. Yes. Yeah. So what I have written is red, orange, green, brown, and blue, right? The sixth one.
And then there's yellow too.
So there were 7 colors. Yellow, I did. Yes.
There's 6 colors.
Yeah. So let me tell you what I have written. You count the colors. Yellow, brown, green, orange, red. 2, 3, 4, 5. And what is the 6th color?
You missed
Blue.
Blue. Blue. Looks like when I asked it to make a breakout room, some of you are going to stay in the main room. So main room people, if you don't have a room, you are blue. Okay? And now I'm going to open all rooms. Okay, here. Johnny, Benito, Joanna, Tucker,
I'm
and
here.
you are here, right?
Yes.
You are blue. Okay, you are in the main room with me. Other people are gone to different rooms. So you work with blue color. So go to that Google sheet and jot down all the numbers, okay? Or just make a copy and keep on your desktop while you are working. All right. So let me visit other people. It's kind of fun.
He left.
You guys feel comfortable with what you're doing?
Yeah, I found a website that'll create a box plot for you.
Nice, nice. Smart thinking. We need that in college. Why do the extra work?
I'm confused. What are we supposed to do?
Yeah, so we're supposed to create a box plot, which entails, your maximum number, your minimum number, and your medium number. So you would look at the Google form he wanted you to create, look at the color he has assigned us, which was blue, and then find those 3 key things and then make a box plot.
Okay, so we do that individually, or we work on it together?
Yeah, we would ideally do it together. If like, okay, like what do you guys think the median is, or what do you think the maximum is, and then create it. But it's easier to create it electronically than it is to draw it out. But you guys could surely talk about like what you guys think, what the max and minimum was, or the median.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I sent the link for the website to make the box plot in the chat.
Thank you.
No problem.
Everything going good, y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you guys get for your minimum? Just to make sure you guys got the same data.
For minimum, I got 7. For maximum, I got 15. And then the median is 11.
Did everybody else get that? Do thumbs up. Working on it. Got it.
I'm still working on it. My Chrome froze on the website, so I still need to do it.
Yeah, no worries. Take your time.
How are you guys doing? Give me a thumbs up if you are doing all right. Yeah, please compare your answers with, you are blue, right? Compare your numbers with each other, and once, it's a good idea to have a ruler and a pen out so you can draw a picture or a box plot and share like this. Is it clear? Just okay, all right. I'm going to visit another room and talk to them about this.
So for some reason, I'm not able to use that link on my computer.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you could do it by hand as well. It's just gonna take a little while.
What you want to do? Just search up in Google box plot maker, and it should be the first link.
Okay, I was able to get it. So do I count all the blue colors from everyone's data?
Yeah.
Hi, Dr. Tiwarian.
So I got the data and I basically got the same numbers from the same numbers Tucker.
Cool. Okay.
Do you have a question?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was gonna ask you what time did you want our breakup rooms to come back because mine finished and we didn't know what else to do.
Oh, okay, okay. I will, what I'm going to do is I will just go to one more room, yellow room, and say hi to them. And then I will come back and bring everyone in.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, not a problem. Thank you for playing with them. It's a game. You join yellow room.
You're mute.
Yeah, I was talking. And yeah, I was not able to. I didn't realize that. As soon as I brought you guys in here, for some reason it mutes. All right. So I hope you guys had fun with each other and drawing the what you call it, 5-point summary for each color. Now the final product that you have is for your color, you have a box plot that probably looks like, I'm drawing a random one. It might look something like this. Can you guys see it? Give me a thumbs up.
We can't see. In order to see your paper, you might have to take off your background.
Oh, all right.
Or even if you stand up, as long as you put it like with something dark behind you, like your shirt.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Now we can see.
Let me get on something else. Can you see the? No, you cannot see. Can you? Were you able to see? No. Okay. So I will have to change to something that is not white. Oh man. Let me see. Back to meeting, join. Can you see it now? No?
No, it is.
Oh.
I think it's because your paper matches your curtains behind you.
Never mind. You guys know what I'm talking about. A line with a box in the middle and 3 lines to make the inside the box you have a median line, right? That is the final product for today. What I want you guys to do is take one picture. I want one picture per group because I'm assuming that you guys were collaborating and you were comparing all the numbers and you drew the pictures together. So they must look very similar. I want you guys to take a picture of your 5-point summary or box plot and send it to me via email for now until we have a place for you to park the picture permanently. Okay? So that is what we were supposed to do today. Okay? Now already it's 12:02. So I am not going to take any more of your time. I will communicate with you um, via email. And from 1 to 2 today, sorry about yesterday, some glitch happened and I figured it out. And then I sat there for an hour waiting for you to show up, but no one did. Uh, Material is easy. So if you don't show up, you don't have to show up there during office hours. But if you have a question, please do. Please pop in because I'm here with a cup of coffee waiting for you. So, it is going to be from 1 to 2 o'clock today. All right. So I will let you guys go. Did you?
Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right. Have fun, guys.
Bye.
Hopefully, I will see you, some of you, between 1 and 2. Kirsten,
Yes.
are you going to use the room or shall I end the meeting? As
No,
soon as I do, you will be in.
Vanessa and I use this room, so don't end the meeting, please.
Oh, okay. I will just leave the meeting then.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, am I host or is Vanessa host? I'm host. Okay, Vanessa, I'm gonna send you to your breakout room again. Everyone, please be patient with me. Oh wait, yeah, I have to delete all his. Vanessa, do you want to talk to the students while I make the breakout room?
Yeah, no worries. All right, how are you guys feeling now? Do you guys feel okay with the academic portion, or is there a lot of questions left?
I wasn't expecting all this, like academic work, honestly. I thought it was more like
Right.
activities and stuff, like get to know like the ELP students and like everything, like the program, what it is. I didn't think it was gonna be this much. Not like in a bad way, but I just didn't expect it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the in-person one, it's like a good, healthy balance of both. It's like it has a lot of the presentations and speakers and team building. However, I guess like due to being virtual, the most we can do is the professor side, and then us leaders, that's why we offer things after hours, like, oh, like these trivia things where you could get to know your peers and get to know other cohorts, like Netflix night. Today's trivia night. Don't forget, you guys, it's at 5:30 to 6:30, and you'll meet from the other cohorts. There's 260 students, like, so you guys can meet a lot of people there. But yeah, academic work, it's always a little hard. All right. Have fun and break out.
Bye. Hey students. Hey y'all. I hope that wasn't too stressful of a class. If it makes y'all feel better, I think for my summer bridge in real life, we were in class for like an hour and 50 minutes. So it was definitely a lot longer than the virtual. So be thankful for that. It was so long. But yeah, just let me look at my schedule. So the first thing I wanted to bring up was Khou and I both have check-ins that many of y'all didn't sign up for. So if you can please sign up for check-ins by the end of Bridge Leader Breakout, that would be very helpful. Just because I need to, okay, like I'm a person too. I like to hang out with my friends, and I kind of want to like not have like a time where I think a student might want to do a check-in and then wait here the entire time just so no student like comes. So I have check-ins today, tomorrow, all the way up until Saturday. Saturday has the most time allotted to do check-ins just because I know y'all have a lot to do during the weekday. So yeah, if none of the times work for you, DM me. It's not a problem. But yeah, Khou and I both have our own check-ins that we want to do with y'all. And if you think I'm scary, I did a check-in with Kate yesterday, and I don't think it was the worst thing she's ever been through. Maybe it was, I don't know. But yeah, that's just a reminder. Also, I made a group chat. Everyone saw that, so feel free to utilize that if you will. I see Esme has her mute off, so hey
Yeah,
Esme.
hold on, I got a question.
Yeah.
Where do we find your check-in? Like, where do we sign up?
Oh, did you not get? Oh, I shared it with y'all, and I thought that would send an email, but I can link it in the chat now. Oops. So, yes, thank y'all, and I'm glad that you all are keeping up attendance. We only had one absent today, which is very good. Snaps to y'all, and I'm glad that all of you are participating in class as well. I've heard a lot of y'all be vocal with discussion, so I'm very happy and proud about that. Oh, I think that might have sent to everyone, so the other breakout room might see that. But yeah, sign up if you want. If a time doesn't work, just tell me and I can set some time apart for y'all. Also, this is not important at all, but I got my ears pierced yesterday. It hurt really bad because I'm a baby. So now I have 2 in each ear. Kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought I would share that with you. If anyone has anything they want to share, they can. But yeah, I'm gonna do a thing called Roses and Thorns. So each person is gonna say a rose, which is a pro that has happened so far this week. Oh wait, we're recording. I'm gonna turn off recording just because I told you all that I would respect your privacy.